evil, not because it's cursed, but because sometimes the things we create show us more about ourselves than we realize. Roblox, a game built for fun, might actually be a digital map of where humanity is heading. And maybe, just maybe, a reflection of what ancient writings tried to warn us about thousands of years ago. Sounds wild, right? Let's explore it. Roblox isn't just a game anymore. It's a universe. A digital continent built by millions of hands, where imagination becomes reality and children grow up in worlds that never physically existed. And when you zoom in, it's not just entertainment, it's a blueprint, a symbol, a silent message about the kind of world humanity is becoming. Think about the act of creation. In Roblox, anyone can craft worlds from scratch. Forests, cities, kingdoms, galaxies. Children do it effortlessly. They build like architects, design like engineers, shape like creators. This ability to form entire realities was something humanity once saw as divine. Now, it's a feature in a game, a tool in the hands of millions. It's fascinating because it shows how technology is shrinking the distance between imagination and power. But creation isn't the only story unfolding. There's distraction, a tidal wave of it. Roblox offers endless adventures, missions, rewards, excitement. And for many kids today, it's more familiar than their own neighborhood. They know the layout of Adopt Me and Brookhaven better than the streets outside their house. This isn't an accident. It's a sign of a generation slowly turning inward, choosing virtual thrill over real-life experience. And whether we call it entertainment or escapism, the result is the same. People drifting gently, quietly, away from the world around them. Then there's identity, or the loss of it. In Roblox, who you are is optional. Change your face, shape, style, height, gender, everything can shift instantly. You can be a billionaire today, a dragon tomorrow, a celebrity next week. Your identity becomes fluid, flexible, endlessly customizable. And that's not just a game mechanic. It's a reflection of a world where people are struggling more than ever to answer a simple question. Who am I, really? Roblox amplifies that, mirrors it, and magnifies it in ways most people don't even notice. And the digital economy, this one's huge. Roblox isn't just a game currency. It functions exactly like a real one. Kids learn pricing, trading, supply, demand, inflation, without ever stepping into a real bank. They buy clothes for avatars. They invest in items. They earn money through digital jobs. This is the future, disguised as a children's game. A fully global, cashless economy, fast, borderless, frictionless, the same direction the real world is headed. But maybe the most surprising part is how reality and virtual life are merging. People attend concerts inside Roblox. They socialize. They make friends. They build businesses. They earn real money. The virtual world used to be a break from reality. Now, for many, it is reality. This blending, this merging raises deep questions. If the virtual world becomes more attractive, more rewarding, more controllable than the real world, where does society go from here? And we can't ignore the global connection. Roblox is one of the few platforms that brings millions together in a single unified system, a shared universe. One language of gameplay, one currency, one network. Something that used to sound like science fiction, a global digital society, is now just daily life for millions of kids and teens. Technology quietly achieved something world leaders could never accomplish: unity through entertainment. But then you see the strange echoes. Ancient texts warning of a time when people would chase illusions, create their own worlds, lose their identity, be absorbed in pleasure and distraction, build systems that mimic the real world but lack real meaning. Now, we're not claiming Roblox is prophecy, but when patterns align, it makes you pause. It makes you look closer. Sometimes fiction and prophecy run on parallel tracks without touching, but close enough to spark questions. And here's the quiet warning beneath it all. The more dazzling digital life becomes, the easier it is to forget the real one. Screens become safer than conversations. Avatars feel easier to manage than relationships. Virtual success feels more achievable than real success. And slowly, almost invisibly, the world outside becomes less interesting than the one inside the screen. But maybe the real message isn't fear. Maybe it's awareness, understanding where we're heading, recognizing how technology shapes the next generation, paying attention to the signs not in a supernatural sense, but in a cultural, social, and behavioral one. Because every era has its clues, and Roblox might be one of the clearest clues of ours. And as you take all this in, the real question isn't whether Roblox predicts the end times or reflects prophecy. The real question is, what do you see changing around you? What shifts feel too big to ignore? What patterns do you recognize in your own life, your family, your community? If this video sparked a thought, even the smallest one, stay with us. We're just starting to explore what technology is doing to our world and where it might be leading us. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I honestly love hearing different perspectives. And if you're feeling this kind of deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because the next episode, it goes even deeper. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming.